Lights out, we're underway. Motorsport Republica podcast.
Tom Shavilak, we are back. Brazil is done. What a wild weekend. It was strange. Very strange. It's been a fucking weird start to the series, honestly.
Super weird start and really disappointing. Amateur hour wasn't over there.
Yeah, it was. Look, you got to give them a bit of grace. There wasn't heaps of... I'm sure they had a lot of time to do it, but... I don't know. It's their first shot back at doing it, and I saw a lot of negativity about it as well, but it still seemed like it was a good event. Obviously, the asphalt was horrendous.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we can go easy on them, but geez, the one thing you fucking have to get right is the track surface. I mean, you could have the buildings couldn't be built. You know, the runoffs obviously is important as well, but not to have the surface right. I mean, it's pretty wild. And a reduced race. I know a lot of fans at home were really frustrated. The Moto3 race was longer than the MotoGP race, which it shouldn't happen. If they knew this was the case, why didn't they have MotoGP start the day? You know, realistically, they could have changed things. There's a lot of talk about them changing to that last second as well. And the guys who were in the top 10 knew about it, but the guys in the outside of the top 10 didn't. So they didn't have chances to change their tyres.
Yeah,
so it could have been handled a lot better.
Yeah, well, during the race, Marc Marquez said the asphalt was moving and it felt like it was riding on gravel, which is just a wild statement. Wild statement. And, you know, I feel like you could see that in some parts. The bikes were just getting so loose. A lot of the Ducatis especially were getting really loose. Pablo Nieto, to your point, said he was happy about the changes, but don't tell us 4 minutes before the race starts. Like that's a very MotoGP thing to do.
Yeah, I mean they started with a pole sitter and then walked their way down and told them. And by Bastianini at the end, he goes, "We didn't have enough time to change their tires. They told us too late." It's
insane. So. And then there's all the footage, Tom, of like Alex Marquez, looked like he's been shot with a paintball gun. There was gravel in Toprak's boots. There was a few other riders.
I think Rins has broken his finger.
Yeah, it's going to happen anyway. It's going to be Rins. But like, seriously. Yeah, Rins has broken his finger. Like, so there's a lot of things that need to be fixed. And then this is the bigger talking point out of all this. Okay, you've got... Liberty Media making all these changes. We're already fucking deep diving into something, but Liberty Media is already making these changes, which is, you know, for better or worse, Adelaide Street Circuit, they want to be more professional. They want to be, strive for the mass fans. And then they go to Brazil, brand new track, and they just have issue after issue after issue. And it just looks very unprofessional. Yeah. Now, it's not just on MotoGP either. It's on the event organisers. But then, like, do they have to change something up where they're harder on the event organisers, or when they're homologating the circuit and it's being approved by MotoGP that this doesn't happen? Because that can't happen again.
Well, every new event, I mean, there hasn't been a lot of new events, but every new proposed event's been a failure. I'm going to call Hungary being a failure.
Shit house.
Kazakhstan, failure. Didn't even get there.
Didn't get to Finland.
Finland as well. And now this. All 4 events have been a failure. Is this going to be what's happening to the Adelaide Street Circuit? Because every single one has been an issue after issue after issue. Yes, there's grace. There's a grace period. But at the end of the day, we didn't know the ins and the outs, but there was a rush job. You know, it was a rush job to get that event organised. From reports today, half the facilities weren't built properly either. I just don't understand. This is a world-class event, and Liberty Media running this now, you know, they'll be sitting at home going, what the fuck is going on over there, you know? So, yeah, hopefully they can bounce back second year, but we'll wait and see. I mean, are they gonna have 2 South American races next year? And obviously, they're going to fit that in somewhere as well, because Argentina will be back, so... Yes. We want to obviously thank our beautiful sponsors, James.
Yeah, motorheaven.com.au.
Yes.
Check them out. Easter sales are live at Motorheaven now, so they've got some crazy good sales on all your accessories. So there's
Shark helmets, obviously.
Shark helmets. Everything is on sale there. So check it out. They got a massive big brands Easter sale, they're calling it, which is awesome.
Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. If you're not subscribed to YouTube, guys, just press the subscribe button now if you can. It helps us a lot. And then a little follow on Insta would be, wouldn't go astray.
100%.
We appreciate all that love, though. Where do we start, James? I mean, I'll start with the results so we can sort of get that crack-a-lacking, because there's always a bit of a, geez, I didn't realise that. Bezzecchi bounced back. amazing. So we'll touch on that. But he was first. Jorge Martin second. Talk about bouncing back. Digia third. Solid weekend. Marc Marquez fourth. Aigura fifth. Three Aprilias in the top 5. Alex Marquez 6th. Pedro Acosta 7th. Aldeguer 8th. Great race from him. Broken leg. Zarco 9th and Raul Fernandez in the top 10. A tale of how important qualifying is once again, James.
Yeah,
once
I know.
again,
Tell me about
qualifying is so important. Raul Fernandez, even Morbidelli. Morbidelli had a top podium pace by the end of that race, but they were just stuck in traffic the whole time. Maybe less so Morbidelli than Raul Fernandez. But yeah, qualifying is so important. Aigura as well. I mean, he finished 5th and carved for the field. Amazing. And what he could have done if he qualified in the top 4, you know. So tail of the two tapes as always.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting race. And look, you got to give it... Let's start off with Franco Morbidelli. You got to give him credit, mate, because to bounce back, he obviously had a very rough practice going into qualifying as well. Obviously qualified well, but through practice, he had issues with the Aprilia. And then to bounce back, and I wrote it in my notes... amazing win. And just, if you can't let him get out in front, he's almost like a bit of a Pecco Bagnaia. Like, you just can't let that man get out in front or he will control the race.
Same as Lorenzo. And they're comparing his, the last 5 races to Lorenzo's domination as well, because you qualified well out front. No one touches you.
Yeah, that's right.
He's won 5 in a row. 4 in a row, 5 in a row.
Yeah. And
they're all being flagged, like not flag to flag, but he's led every single lap.
Yeah.
He's won the race, dominated. When, again, as you just touched on, went through Q1.
Yeah.
Which I see as an advantage. You know that.
Well, in a new track especially. Is
New
almost
track.
Also,
they had a plethora of tyres because obviously it was wet in practice.
True.
So to go through Q1 and get another 10 minutes of track time is so important. And... yeah, for me, I mean, just unexpected, wasn't it, after the sprint race? And I said to a couple of people asking about MotoGP, I said, watch for Bez, because he's going to come. Didn't expect it to be in dominant fashion like it was, but yeah, good.
And it leads me to a point with Jorge Martin as well, is it just seems like Aprilia is so in sync. Their team's so in sync. They have an issue in free practice too. They're struggling with the bike. They kind of don't know what it is. They work, they figure it out, and then bang, 1-2. Incredible, and they are just looking the absolute goods.
Dude, Martin, let's just touch on that. Second race back, 490 days since his last podium.
Yeah.
And finishes on the podium in the sprint, which is great, and then finishes second.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, a lot of people, including us to a certain extent, were writing him off, but... And I said he will win races this year, but not podium second race in. I mean, that's just incredible. This guy's had... 10% of the track time that Bezzecchi's had on that bike, and he's finished 4 seconds behind him or 2 seconds behind him. Unbelievable talent. Yeah. Unbelievable.
He's winning races.
And now he's got a fucking Yamaha, James.
He's winning races, isn't
he? He's definitely winning races. That's going to be the problem for Bez this year. He's going to be taking points off him.
I think so. I really thought Jorge Martin was going to catch him at one point. It dropped down to like 1.3 seconds. And I was like, oh, he's catching him. And it's going to be so interesting when they finally do collide. But Bez just had it.
Bez had it and put in the fastest lap of the race, about lap 12, 13.
Yeah.
What could have been if there was another third of that race, because it would have been 31 laps. That would have been wild. I think they would have had to red flag it after all the gravel fucking motocross they were doing out there. But
we're saying we'll be none the wiser after Brazil, and we are none the wiser of how this championship's going to play out.
But dude, the Aprilia, it works everywhere. Like, it does. And this is the thing with them, like, say a few years ago, like they just have this bike in the working window all the time. And again, they had 3 guys in the top 5 again. I mean, I know Coda and Jerez coming up is going to be the big test, but dude, this is interesting.
I agree. How good's he gone?
I know.
Top 5 again, and had serious pace, but blocked by traffic. And they were saying that Brazil track is very difficult to pass, and it was kind of proven that it was difficult to pass.
Yeah.
Hopefully that changes next few years with obviously the 850cc bikes. But man, he has just come alive on this Aprilia. Long pre-season, which is what he needs. The bike is incredible. We all know that. He's got Davide Brivio as a team manager. He's one of the best out there, if not the best. It is incredible to see. And he must be just... And he's not even happy. Like, he's like, he got 5th, I think, in Thailand or whatever it was. He's like, I had a shit start to the race. Like, he was like not even happy. Like, the dude's a competitor, which is what you want to hear.
We love it.
You don't just want us to be settling for 5th on a track house.
We love it. Another interesting point for me was I'm watching this race and I'm waiting for Marquez. I'm going, he's coming. He never comes. You know, he's it's like watching a long porno, but gets up to third, passes Digia, and then gets repassed.
Never happens, man.
Never happens.
I know.
This is not him.
Yeah, it's not him.
Something's going on. Yes, it's the bike to a certain extent, but Digia's there on the same machine, right next to you. You know, and we all think Marquez is a far superior motorcycle rider than Digia. You know, far superior. So, obviously, something's giving him this shoulder. What's happening in the future? Again, we have to wait and see. But, yeah, it's interesting. This is like, for me, this reminds me of like the Honda days when it just turned, when that Honda started becoming an unrideable bike. And you go, he's just not the Marquez that he once was. But this is now injury rather than bike, I think.
Yeah, well, look, he was still winning on that Honda even before he was injured. Like, he was obviously part of the problem, but that's a whole different take. But you're right, it's very strange to see because Digia is on the same motorcycle beating him. Now, you know, he's still suffering a lot from that shoulder. He said during the week that this is the first time last week that he could ride a dirt bike, a motocross 2 days in a row. He was never been able to do that. It was way too sore. You know, so, you know, looking into later on in this year, I wouldn't be surprised if he's back up there again, fighting for wins. He's never going to be as dominant as he was last year. And he's, as I said...
Called it already? Called it?
Yeah, I've already called it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not going to be as dominant as he was last year. And I said this last week. I said he is going to be happy to take just the points. He got 4th. Remember, he still won the sprint race. So he said he was going to be happy to take 2nd and take the points, but Digia made that mistake and then slid on through.
It's interesting. It's a very similar race to Thailand in terms of the sprint did not reflect the main race. I mean, you had Acosta and Marquez in the sprint in Thailand, and then obviously you had Digia and Marquez in the sprint in Brazil, and then those two both weren't in the top 2.
Yeah.
You know, it's very similar. And then Bez and Aprilia just show their hand on Sunday.
Just so good at just tie wear and just long.
But getting to the front, it's so important. Just getting to the front, controlling the pace. But he went like he was 7/8 in the first 3 corners, and Matt Burt was calling. He's like, the race is done. I was like, what? No, Marquez is coming. Never came.
Yeah, and that's true.
Yeah.
And look, with Moto, I am so excited to see when Bez has a shit qualifying session and he's 6th or 7th, what he's like charging through a field. And, you know, Jorge Martin, to an extent, has shown us that it can be done. You know, he's not starting on the front row and he's finishing seconds. So, but it'll be very interesting to see what Bez's mentality is like charging through the field, because he's incredible starting on the front row and just taking off and building a 2-second lead and holding it. Very Lorenzo-esque.
Very Lorenzo. Now, you asked me for my Nuffy of the week, James.
What's your Nuffy of the week?
Juan Mir.
Talk to me.
Dude, double DNF throughout the weekend, once again. Sprint race, maybe not all his fault, but...
Yeah, I think Raul Fernandez ran him out.
Yeah, but main race, up there in 6th place. He just does it again. I just can't get... He's got the bike to a certain extent underneath him, and he does it again. James, he has had these... They said in the telecast, the last 58 races, he's DNF'd 34 times. It's just not... yes, he's been taken out a handful, but it doesn't work in MotoGP. You can't win races. You can't develop. You can't do this. You can't do that.
I've given him a lot of grace over the years.
Oh, jeez, have you what?
But this year, no. You can't be doing double DNFs.
Well, not when that seat's so sought after.
I know. You just can't be losing the front. The Honda, as you said, is a half competitive package underneath him now. What did Luca Marini get?
He was out at the back, but he crashed.
He got 11th.
He crashed in Q. He crashed in practice. In the qualifying session, so he was never going to be even in it.
So he worked his way all the way up to 11th. Yeah. And Thiago Moreira was 13th, only 3 seconds behind him. So look, there is a competitive bike there, and Zarco got 9th as well. So. Bro, like that man, that's a very good Nuffy of the week, because that man needs to be putting in top 6s.
I agree. And yours?
Mine's an easy one. For me, it has to be just the track and the event organisers. We've touched on it obviously already. But as a MotoGP trying to showcase this sport to millions of people and living in media, they would have been very embarrassed by having a sinkhole on their track.
And then two separate incidents. I mean, the sinkholes one, but then the breaking up of the track. Two separate things.
Yeah.
I mean, who else would have known what happened? Could happen on that track. Interesting, a lot of people were saying today about the race should have been delayed by 10, 20 minutes. And I'm thinking to myself, if they delayed that race 10, 20 minutes and they were told, oh, the track's breaking up after Moto2, those riders would have gone, we're not fucking racing. We're not racing. So I think that would have been something, and look, speculation, paraphrasing, whatever you want to say, I think that's why they rushed that race through and just shortened it to get them out there.
Tom, motorheaven.com.au. I want to know your 10 favourite things about Motorheaven.
Oh, Jimmy, that's just too easy, mate. I'm on their website now. They have the largest range of motorcycle products online in Australia. The largest. The user experience just shits over anything else on the net. You get a free visor cleaner with any helmet purchase over $200. Motorheaven Next Tube with any jacket purchase over $200.
God damn.
Forget that Qantas points garbage. It's all about the loyalty program at Motorheaven. Motorcycle part finder, local customer support, quick dispatch, as we know, James. Unreal Google reviews, 100,000 customers they've had over the years. Proudly Aussie owned and operated by the world famous Adrian Letty. Get down to Motorheaven. Or go on their website, motorheaven.com.au.
Motorheaven.com.au. OGs of the pod. We love them. Check out motorheaven.com.au now. Yeah.
Because you were telling these MotoGP guys that a track's breaking up, they're not going to want to race.
It's dangerous.
It's fucking putting their lives on the line, these guys, you know?
It's dangerous. And and the whole week started a bit rough. Like the fucking place got flooded. The veil was underwater. Then it was a mad clean-up job to get it done.
But again, that's no excuse for the track breaking up.
No.
Maybe we'll give them an excuse for the sinkhole with the rain. But, you know, this place, and they said today, I was listening to some guys today, and they were like, you know, there's no excuse because they get heavy rain there all the time. It's not fucking unusual. You know, it's a fucking tropical joint. So
That's a good point.
You should be prepared, you know, should be prepared for all that. But then they weren't.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, Tom, your performance of the week.
Performance of the week, James Shaw, was without a doubt Jorge Martin.
Yeah.
Yes, Bez is amazing, but you know, for him to get up to second convincingly after all the shit that he's been done, we've touched on it early in the pod. He is my clear performance of the week.
Yeah, he's been incredible, hasn't he? Just what a turnaround! How quickly that turnaround's been. Hardly any time on the bike in pre-season as well, which is to then just be pulling in fastest laps and then just dominating with Bez in the main race. Credit to Jorge
Credit where
Martin.
credit is due, as we like to say.
And there's a lot of hot takes, Shark Helmets hot takes, about Jorge Martin coming up later in the episode. There's a lot of people talking about him, where he's going to go. You know, the whole funny situation now of Jorge where, you know, he's only like 9 points behind or whatever in the title fight.
No, he's a contender.
Yeah.
He's a contender.
Speaking of title fights, you had the live... Now, you're famously... hate live point standings as a race is being run.
James, we had a live championship in the sprint race in the second round. I mean, that's just fucking stupid.
I love it.
It's ridiculous. Who cares? And then Matt Burke comes out and goes, oh, Costa's fighting through the field. He really wants to stay at the head of the championship. It's a second round. They don't give a fuck, James. Oh, championship leader. That's just such a media thing. I'm telling you, the riders do not care about that. Second race of the season. I'm telling you right now.
I'm with you. The riders don't care.
Live championship on the sprint race of the second. Like, Marquez isn't even in the top 4. It's not even a conversation at the moment.
I know, but I was...
Why do you like it?
I was waiting for them to put it up.
It's so ridiculous.
I need to know, because I wanted to know if Mark was in or out of the top 5.
Cares?
I know, but I have to know. Like, I want to see the points. Like, as a fan, like I need to know where everyone sits.
It's like an AFL ladder in the second round. Like, it doesn't mean anything. Does not mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything, I know. And there's so much that can change.
Jeez, look at Western Bulldogs' percentage. Second round, good's that?
Bro, for my autism, I need to know where everyone's
You and
placed.
probably lots in the world, but not me. Just
yeah, I want to know who... Like, are you the outlier in that one?
Nah. Yeah, well, that's a great question. Yeah, we'll put it up.
But maybe we'll put that up on our stories.
Put up a poll. Put up a poll. Because that's,
Who's in favour of a live championship? Because I'm in.
Yeah,
First round, bro.
I'm severely not in. Severely.
Wait, okay, here's the question then.
Halfway through the season.
That's 25 years of friendship right there. Read my mind.
Halfway through the season.
So after the summer break.
Yeah.
That's when you're implementing the live
Yeah,
championship.
or
in.
something happens where Marquez is leading and he's going to take. It's like maybe 6 rounds in, and Marquez is going to take the championship lead. Then you pop it up. 2 laps to go, pop it up. Not the sprint race, James. Not in the fucking sprint race, for Christ's sake.
That should be your Nuffy of the week.
You know, another thing about the sprint race is you're 15th, or even if you're 12th, 13th with like 5 laps to go, it's a long fucking road, isn't it? Because you're only the top 8 gets points.
Top 9.
Top 9, is it?
I think it's top 9. I could be wrong.
I think it's top 8. It's a long race for nothing. You know, in the MotoGP in the full race, the top 15 get points. There's only 7 riders without points.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different. I was thinking about that when I was watching the sprint. Like, it's a long way to go. 6 or 7 laps when you go. I'm not riding for absolutely anything right now.
Or you can take 4 of them out with the Yamahas. They just use it as another test session. 25
do.
minutes test session.
They do.
Yamaha's fucked
Or
anyway.
bloody Tech 3 KTM from fucking at the moment.
Bro, I know.
Which we'll get onto a second. Your performance of the week.
For me, I got 2. First one, I'll start off. It's a Moto2 rider, Danny Munoz, who we'll talk about in Moto2. But I thought he had an incredible ride. And a lot of pressure because he took Diego Moreira's seat. Second one, obviously, MotoGP rider, Fabio Di Gianantonio. Out of nowhere, didn't expect it to happen. Gets second in the sprint race, devastated making that mistake against Marc. But then to pass Marc, beat him fair and square in the main race. On the Ducati, VR46 Ducati, where he's probably coming under a little bit of pressure to talk about Aldeguer coming in, which we'll talk about. I thought that was incredible. Obviously, Bez, Jorge Martin, amazing weekends. But for me, it was Fabio Di Gianantonio. I think he needs to get more recognition for that because he rode out of his skin. Came out of nowhere.
Yeah. And just one that's probably popped up in my head that we haven't spoken about is Aldeguer. He's still on crutches, gets into Q2. James, just put yourself in his boots on, that practice qualifying on a Friday afternoon when it's raining or it's, damp conditions. He's got a broken leg. If he crashes again, it could be catastrophic.
Bro, new track doesn't know it, and there's a sinkhole, and it's basically riding on gravel.
And he puts into Q2.
Yeah.
I mean, and then finishes in the top 10 of the race. He would be thanking the the Smeg gods that it was a shortened race, I'm assuming. But, and it's back-to-back Coda this weekend as well. So we'll see how he fares.
He's a serious talent. Had a great weekend as well. I think he finished, 7th or 8th or something along those lines.
Along to VR, where the rumour mill is VR46 for him.
Yes.
Which we'll touch on later. And then Gresini looked like to go on a Honda powered bikes for next year. Honda bikes.
Honda powered bikes. Yeah, Honda bikes.
I'm thinking Evlab Racing. Honda powered motorcycles. That's the rumor mill, which we'll talk about soon.
148,000 fans through the gates.
Yep.
I thought that was a good number.
Well, 60,000 race day, which I thought was pretty strong. We always compare it to Phillip Island, don't we? For some weird reason. But it's the 10th largest city in Brazil. 1 million people live there. So it's not a huge city by the scheme of things. But I think it's a really solid crowd. You get a lot of people from Colombia and obviously the Argentina races and on. So you get a lot of people who would have come in for the weekend. I'd love to know the thoughts of, which I don't have on me right now, which we should have, but love to know the thoughts of what the nightlife was and the bars and stuff, because it looked like it was pretty happening down there.
Bramich was down there.
Bramich was our boy Bramich. Jack Appleyard, obviously, he was out and about. So we'll find out some more info about that and talk about it next week, maybe.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see what it's like. Well, there's a big city just behind the track.
Yeah.
Which I had no idea about until I'm looking at the drone footage.
Well, let's go or however you pronounce it. Yeah.
I'm too scared to give it a go.
Yeah, Joyio. Georgia? I don't know. Fucking hell. Move on.
Okay, if you're Aprilia Tom Shavulak, you're Massimo Rivola, and you're looking at the contract situation, and you've got Jorge Martin and you've got Pecco Bagnaia.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Who are you taking?
You asked me this question last week.
I'm asking it again.
And I said Bagnaia.
Yeah.
But this week I'll tell you I'm taking Martin.
Do you think do you think Bagnaia would have replicated Martin's ride this weekend if he was on an Aprilia?
No. But James, we all know we got a lot of Italian fans. Okay. Both Australian Italians and from Italy. You know what the Italians are like? They hold a grudge, okay? And for what Martin did to them, a year or two ago, is a grudge still there? And you always ask me that question all the time. You go, there's always got to be something under the surface, something like that. They can have 2 Italian riders in the Italian-based team going to the new regulations. For them, it might be a dream come true.
Yeah.
But they've got a lot of Spanish history. I mean, obviously, Aleix Espargaro throughout the years, Vinales throughout the years. It's not like, it's not like they're an Italian mafia down there, but...
That's VR46, bro.
It is. It is. After we bagged it last week, they come out and get pole. But for me, of course, Martin's got the raw pace, but he's one crash away from missing half the season. He's one comment away in the media to turn everyone's noses in a joint. And he's one signature away to sign with Yamaha and all this multi-million-dollar contract. I mean...
Well, yeah, that's right. And Matt Burt spoke about it during the race. He's like, through practice, whatever it was. And, it's like, this guy's looking to go to Yamaha, which is a wild thing to do because now you're just firing on all cylinders on the Aprilia. You're a title contender now on a factory Aprilia, but is there a grudge in Aprilia? Is there, would you rather have a more stable Pecco Bagnaia with his best mate Marco Bezzecchi there as well? It seems like there's great team harmony, and I spoke about it just at the start of the episode about Aprilia and where they're at the moment. It's a seriously tough decision, but I wouldn't be fucking giving Jorge Martin any more money. He's not getting the pay rise.
No. And we know what that manager's like, mate. He wants the percentage, you know what I'm saying?
He's been fighting tooth and nail. Every
go to
fucking
Honda,
team.
go to Yamaha. Where's the money at?
He'll be linked to NASCAR for fucking the right amount of money, I reckon, from that fucking manager.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think, you're right. Bagnaia is the easy choice when, this Bez has just come out and he is the new superstar. Like he's gone from he's an okay rider, he's a fill-in, he's gonna be he'll be Martin's little teammate, he'll get a few points here and there to like the superstar MotoGP.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe they just see it's a nice team harmony fit for both, Can Bagnaia really play second fiddle? I don't think so. We know how that's gone for him mentally. So I don't know. I really don't know where Martin's head was going to be at because every week it's somewhere different. So.
I know. And then one week we're saying, I'd rather Bagnaia. The other week we'd rather Jorge Martin. That is such a hard decision to make. That's a seriously hard decision to make.
And the rumor is about Bagnaia is a 4-year deal.
4 years? What? I don't... Look, and we're obviously waiting on like a domino effect, and I think that's Marc Marquez and where he signs first, and then everything else will fall into place. But I'm not giving Pecco Bagnaia a 4-year deal. I'm giving him a 2-year deal.
Definitely. Because he's just, man. He was nowhere.
He DNF'd in the main race,
He did.
And he was nowhere in the sprint. Like, he is... Fuck, man.
He hasn't shown an ounce of championship qualities at all this year in any session.
No, I know.
Not one amazing lap, not one amazing fucking pass, nothing. He's not shown anything this year, which we thought, finally there's a turnaround. They're going back to some sort of that 24 bike that he loves so much. Nothing. We haven't seen anything.
It's not even like he's a top 5 contender at the moment, Pecco Bagnaia.
And again, it goes back to it. Did you was up there? Did you got pole? Did you beat Marquez on the same bike? They're all on.
Fermin Aldeguer was going quicker than a broken leg.
legs fucked. Yeah, I know. So I don't know, man. Do you choose raw pace? It's like such a crazy analogy, but like do you choose the girl who's like amazing in bed? But crazy, or the simple one in bed that's, easy to deal with. I mean, fuck. We asked that bloke 100 blokes to be 50-50 probably, but who knows? We haven't got any closer to the answer, have we?
Nah, we never have.
We haven't got any closer.
We might have to make a poll on that as well.
Get the poll going. Get the poll Espargaro going. I don't know.
All right, let's talk about Aldeguer to VR46. Weird move. We're talking about Italian Mafia, then we've got a Spanish rider going in the VR46. What's the differences between racing with Gresini and VR46? I guess the one other thing is it because Gresini's linked to Honda?
The Honda, yeah. And that's where I think it's started from. If Honda's going to... If Gresini's going to Honda, I think Fermin Aldeguer has this contract with Ducati that he has to stay with Ducati. We've spoken about this over the years, where he's contracted to Ducati.
Yeah, he is.
And he's supposed to get the latest bike. We know that he didn't get that this year. So, is it the promise for him he has to go into a Ducati team? Is that part of the VR46?
Yeah.
Who's going to get that third Ducati seat? The third Ducati bike or, the third team? So that's the other question as well.
Well, I think it would be... I think Fermin Aldeguer is going to get the bike.
Yeah.
Like Alex Marquez isn't. He's probably going to go to Red Bull KTM, get a paycheck. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And I think it just makes sense. There'll be like a Marc, a Pedro, and the Firmenel together, which is a fucking formidable trio. Formidable trio on that Ducati.
All Spanish.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, the factory, Lenovo.
And then apparently
Lenovo factory.
If the rumor mill's going really strong, apparently David Alonso signing for VR46 as well. So another Colombian. So it's just going to be bloody Spanish-speaking goings everywhere.
Yeah, which is basically Spanish.
Yeah. He is Spanish pretty much.
Yeah. And Gresini linked to Honda.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
Dude, that might be a master. If you've got all your chips in this Honda basket for next year, you think it's going to be a fucking weapon. It could be a masterstroke for them.
Yeah, maybe. What's her name? That runs Gresini? She's got a little bit of a tidbit from the Japan. She's thinking, fuck.
Yeah.
These Japanese guys are on it.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I mean, it's
they got all their resources on the MotoGP and not the Formula One engines.
Yes, you're right about that. Yeah. But for me, if this Honda is going to be a good bike, which I still don't think it's going to be up there, not winning or podium every weekend, but if that's what everyone thinks, then it's a good move.
Was Gresini on
Hondas? Yeah,
Hondas at one point. When were they
before Ducati?
Before Ducati, they were on Hondas.
God, Sepsi will be home fucking ripping his hair out right
They
now.
were on... No, Gresini was Aprilia.
Yes.
They were factory Aprilia. It was like a Gresini factory Aprilia thing. And before that, what were they? Why can't I... Mate, were they a Honda?
Anyway.
I think they were. Yeah, it was Gresini, San Carlo, Honda, Marco Simoncelli.
Yeah.
So I had to remember that.
Yeah, I know. You couldn't have completed the podcast without that.
Yeah, it would have been just a dribbling mess.
Speaking of dribbling messes, let's talk about Vinales. What the fuck is going on there?
Bro, I don't know. So he went into the weekend, Tom, and he said they've got a certain setup for this Tech 3 KTM. This is the last chance they're going to give this setup. Now, you can't take anything out of this weekend because you've got a sinkhole, you've got moving asphalt, and you've got a brand new track. So I don't know what they're going to do, but Tech 3 KTM are in a fucking world of hurt. And it looks like KTM's in a world of hurt except for Pedro Acosta. And Maverick Vinales is just fucking struggling.
He is. Both our dark horses, by the way, for the weekend were fucking shocking. I had Morbidelli, you had Binder. From memory.
Binder crashed.
Yeah, Binder was last, then crashed.
Fuck, man.
Binder didn't. Binder looked pretty good in Thailand, though. We got to remember that.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't. It's not all being Acosta, but yeah, the KTM looks like it's. It's not up there. It's not probably not even the third best bike out there at the moment. So.
But going back to it, there's a lot of hot takes. Shark Helmut's hot takes on Cheeseburger and Vinales and has the relationship already ended, but which is very funny. But Maverick Vinales, this is the issue of Mav though, when he's up and about, he's amazing. He's such a confidence rider. But soon as he's like second last, bottom 5, he just struggles and just can't get himself out of this hole.
Mental, isn't it? And
that's why he's hired as well, Jorge Lorenzo.
Well, even when we spoke to Jorge in Thailand, and we said, first thing we said was, "How's Vinales going?" He goes, "Negative, negative." So negative. So that's not a good thing. It's not a good trait. It's been his, it's been his trait for his whole career, hasn't it? Throwing the toys out the basket. And just can't get out of that slump that he's in, and he gets into a weekend. Which
you got to change it up. And you listen, I'm sure he's listening to Lorenzo, but man, Lorenzo was always just like, also, yeah, he was a hothead at stages, but he was also so cool, calm, collected, and he just didn't let anything bother him. Just never let anything bother him. He's gone against Valentino Rossi, the giant of MotoGP, and Lorenzo would never let that bother him. He would never be overawed by the situation. If he had a shit weekend, he would always either bounce back or he was always there on race day. And I understand it's a different sport from 15, 20 years ago to what it is now. I completely understand how different it is and regulations and bikes and whatever, but the mental side of him, he was like just so strong-willed, had so much CUNT in him, and just never gave up, where I feel like I'm sure Vinales is listening to him, but like, bro, you've got this guy who like knows how to do it, clearly knows how to do it, and has gone up against the great yellow wall of Valentino Rossi and beat him. But
it's hard, man. Like, how's this older statesman going to come into this guy's life when he's 30 years old and try to change his whole personality? It's just You know, he's always going to have it.
Yeah, it's hard when Lorenzo only speaks about himself as well the whole time in the pits.
Be more like me. Be more like me. But yeah, Vinales finished dead last, 18th, obviously with the four DNFs.
How far back?
6 seconds behind Top Rack.
Fuck, man.
And Quartararo is the interesting one. He sort of died off as well after having an amazing sprint, getting up to second. He finished 16th, 26 seconds behind the leader. Bastianini,
Not even in the points, man.
Yeah.
Behind Rins.
yeah, Bastianini was the final point. So yeah, and another, while we're on it, shout out to Moreira. Had a really solid weekend. A lot of pressure for him. Second race and showed that he's capable and he's going to be going to be right up there in a few years' time.
Look, yeah, definitely. He's going to be a star.
Matt Bird on the telecast talked about signs of like glimpses.
Yeah.
So Bezzecchi came out in his first race at Phillip Island in practice and topped the session, and he goes, at Phillip Island, like it's such a fast track. It showed glimpses. Barrera, practice one in the wet, puts it up to second behind Zarco. He's so right when he goes, you show glimpses. Like Iagura, bro, last year, 5th in Thailand, his first race. Like, we can't forget about that. There's talent. And geez, I'm even shaking my hands like you do. But this is the Iagura now coming, 5th.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
They show glimpses.
Yeah.
And I love that analogy. You know they're going to be a superstar when there's just a little kind of, geez, he's topped that session. Geez, he's
Quick there.
quick there. That pass, like, it's just such an interesting
Small
point.
moments, isn't it?
It is. And it's
kind of, you got to be a real expert, and I don't think I can like really pick up on those glimpses.
Yeah.
It's so hard to be like, oh, bro, he topped a session. Like, that's fucking incredible. He's going to be a superstar. But someone like Matt Bird just picks up on all that stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Because then he won in India. It doesn't really count that race, but Bezzecchi won in India and dominated.
Yeah.
And people forget that.
Yeah.
There's fucking dogs running across the track.
Asterisks, bro.
Talk about fucking sinkholes. There's fucking random dogs running across the track.
But, dude, you know what? Probably was a better ran event than fucking what we had on the weekend. Apart from the flip-flops in the Marshalls.
And the ripped jeans.
And the ripped jeans. Trying to recover Miller's bike. Apart from that in India. Dude, there's no issue with fucking sinkholes or gravels or anything like that.
Well, the Bud International Circuit is... that's actually quite a good circuit.
Oh, renowned, yeah.
Renowned, he says. It's not renowned. It's renowned, he says. It sounded good, but it's not renowned. It's not renowned. Tom, you were just before we were talking live on the podcast. You said, bro, the racing was boring.
Moto2, Moto3 for me.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy. I just thought, I don't know, there was just something about the race. I think it is new racetracks for me. I just can't. There's no history. There's no, oh my God, what the next I don't know which next corner's coming up. I haven't played on the bloody PlayStation game. I don't know what's going on.
MotoGP 26, if you're listening, send it out to us. We'll give you a review.
We did. They were our sponsor at one point.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't know if I'm the outlier in that, but I just, for Moto2 and Moto3, I thought the racing was a bit not substantial, didn't have, wasn't exciting, and I don't know. It wasn't an edge of my seat stuff like it was last year, so...
Yeah. Well, we'll get to Moto2 and Moto3, I guess. But I understand what you're saying.
Should we talk about Moto2?
Let's get it going, bro.
Okay, cool. Go for it, Spain. I'll get the results going first.
Get the results.
All right, so the new superstar, James. Are we going to call him?
Yeah,
call him that? Danny Holgado, first place. Danny Munoz, second. Manuel Gonzalez in third. Did he finish? He didn't finish third, did he? Was there a post-race penalty? I thought he finished 5th, Gonzalez.
No, he got Alex Escrig right at the end.
Yeah, okay. Escrig 4th, David Alonso 5th, Gravaro 6th, Tony Arbolino 7th, Colin Vire 8th, Celestino Vietti 9th, and Ivan Ortola in 10th place.
Center Aegis.
Hit a rough weekend.
Rough weekend. Fuck.
Yeah, I think he qualified outside the top 20.
Last.
He qualified last.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But I didn't see qualifying at all, so I don't know if there was an incident in qualifying.
You'd certainly hope so. Just a weekend to forget. I mean, he has the name, hasn't he? That was a big call for the start of the weekend. It was Senna's coming back to Brazil, but definitely struggled.
No, but going on to Danny Holgado, bro, I think this is going to be a hotly contested championship. Danny Holgado's up there, Manu Gonzalez is up there, David Alonso's fast, Guevara's fast. We speak about it all the time. And then the Aspar is such a close team. Holgado and David Alonso are very close, but it's going to be interesting to see throughout the season if they're doing some hard racing, how that team dynamic's going to look. Jorge Martinez, I'm sure, is a whiz at keeping a team very harmonized.
Yeah.
He's been doing it a long time. I'm sure he would do a very good job at it. But yeah, it's just going to be... we're watching two future... At least of David Alonso and Danny Holgado, I feel like I can just put my money on it. We're watching two future MotoGP, I don't want to say champions, but superstars.
Race winners.
Yeah.
David Alonso went down, I think, 11th or 12th in the first lap, came back to 5th. I think that was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
He's a superstar that everyone's talking about, but Holgado, again, just been under the radar.
I know.
And he's just been performing so well.
Winning so many races.
Yeah, so, for me, I mean, he's got to be championship favourite almost now.
Yeah, him and Manu Gonzalez. Manu to get third still was a very great effort.
Yeah.
First and then third, obviously.
But this is the thing. That Liqui Moly Dynabolt impact, they are inconsistent to a certain extent. Senna last year was
inconsistent.
He was up and down. And again, he's down. He's down in the doldrums, finishing 19th. But Manu just seems to always be consistent. He's always there in the top 5 when he needs to be, apart from that last 6 races that he had was diabolically bad last year. But... he's just going to have to take the points, and then just finish it off this year.
That's all what Moto2 is these days, is just taking the points on your bad days.
Well, there's 15 guys who can win the race. I mean, look outside the top 10. Alonso Lopez, he was like championship contender 3 years ago, and then he's just been completely forgotten about. Huaytas is back. Barry Boltas is obviously,
Yeah, he's normally up there.
Yeah, Philip Salach, Sergio Garcia filling in. Or is he?
Nah, he's a full-time
rider these days. So, Dennis Onchu.
20th, your boy. Jose Antonio Ruedo is my one of my dark horses, got 21st.
You had a shocker. You had an absolute shocker. Piqueras is fast, but crashed again, didn't he? So
Aaron Canet, 22nd. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, Canet, my God. They're not a bad bike either. So
come on, Jose Antonio Ruedo. Give us something, brother. Second race. Christ.
He was listened to, I think, and the dark horse put so much pressure on him.
I fucking put the moz on him. And then one of my performance of the week's Danny Munoz.
Yeah, so he started in did he start 8th and was second in the first? Second?
Yeah, bro, his start was incredible.
They were like, jump start. They were calling on the fucking commentary.
He just timed it to absolute perfection. And then to hold it into seconds, 1.2 seconds off Holgado. Remember, he was only a fill-in at, end of last year was Danny Munoz. And then to get this spot, and then to get Diego Moreira's seat, which is a very hotly contested seat, it's like the reigning world champion, to then put it second. I think there would have been a lot of pressure on Danny Munoz, so to put it second in Brazil was an awesome effort.
Yeah, great effort. Awesome. Nice guy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so, mate.
Moto3. Quiles first. Oh, he's looking good, Jimmy. He is looking good. Marco Morelli second. Who?
Couple new names for you. Couple new names for you.
Petrama, first Indonesian podium getter.
Shout out.
Ever.
I know, ever.
It's
Shout
amazing.
Out.
So, well done to them. That's great for the country as well, obviously.
Great for the sport. They
sport.
go crazy. Bro, Hafiz Saharin, bro, crying in the fucking... I know he's Malaysian, but crying in the...
Carpe 4th.
Alvaro Carpe.
5th, Pini. Silmela 6th. Peroni 7th. Adrian Fernandez 8th. Casey O'Gorman 9th, your boy. And then Hakim Danish. The Malaysian. Yep, Malaysian born. He had a good weekend, actually. He did.
He did. Well. You know what? Those Indonesian Malaysian boys are fucking quick.
Well... not to downgrade any of their circuits down there, but I'm sure they grew up on some tracks that were a bit questionable.
Yeah, bro, it's actually a great point.
And to have not the perfect Spanish conditions all these other guys are used to, might have put them in their favour.
Yeah, I like that. I actually really like that. Bro, did you see David Almanza's high side from the lead?
Almanza's high side was almost as bad as Joel Esteban's high side. They were fucking crazy.
He landed on his flat on his chest, on his face.
Yeah.
It was one of the biggest high sides I've seen.
Yeah.
It was diabolical.
Yeah, and same with Esteban. When I had down, I said that was fucking huge. Esteban's crash. So.
Yeah, sorry, it was Joel Esteban. Sorry, that's the person I'm talking about.
Good.
Sorry, I got them mixed up. Huge.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest sort of smaller class crashes I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And right there, and I was watching
on his chest.
I was watching it with Malice. She was like, "Oh my God, he's dead! He's dead!" I said, "No, sweetheart. They're pretty tough, these little boys." But
he just didn't move, and you're like, "Oh fuck, maybe he is."
So what? Talk to me about. I struggle with this whole red flag scenario again. So Scotty Ogden crashed, wasn't injured. He was already back at the box by the time You know, they're all the bikes were back there anyway, and they've red flagged it. It just seems to be such a common occurrence now in these smaller class races. Hey guys, Tom and James here from the Motorsport Republica podcast. We have teamed up with the legends at On Track Experience. They have 2 premium experience packages for the 2026 MotoGP season. James, tell me what they are.
They do, mate. You can have a guest experience opportunities, including paddock passes and access to Aussie riders. European hospitality with MLav Racing with Joel Kelso's team. Access to the back of the paddock, rubbing shoulders of all the MotoGP riders. Garage and service road access. Every MotoGP race on the calendar. Official MotoGP test days done, which is incredible. Full season experience start to finish, and possibility, Tom, of joining us on the podcast. Doesn't get better than that.
Wow. So we're looking for expressions of interest at the moment, guys. We're going to have the link below. Jump on board, single race or for the full season at a massively discounted price. Get involved, join us, and welcome to the 2026 MotoGP season.
We love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, they didn't give us great replay footage. Like, I saw him crash,
He
but
crashed?
then he was just laying there for ages, and I just thought, they just didn't get him up in time and out. And that's why they red flagged it.
That is the point. I think because obviously the lap is so short. It's it's one of the shortest laps of the year. They couldn't get his bike and obviously him off the track in that minute 30 they would have had. But dude, they red flagged. The bikes are coming into the pit lane, and Scotty Ogden's sitting in the back of his box. Like, fuck, couldn't they just put him on the stretcher and get him out of there?
Yeah, I know.
With all due respect.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know,
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just seems to be a quick reaction now. And I'm sure I'm speaking out of tone here a little bit because obviously the rider safety is paramount. But yeah, it just doesn't seem right to me.
Well, and that's just like not a great way to start a weekend. And it happens, obviously. But then a red flag in Moto3.
And Quiles, man, he dominated that race. Imagine if he fucking lost it or something happened or bloody...
Well, yeah, that's I probably kind of half expected. He had a 4.5 second lead, then he had to start... But then those first 2 laps, he put in heaters to just pull out a bit of a lead. But then, David Almanza, sorry, I got those names mixed up. High-sided from the lead. With Quiles, which obviously gave him the massive gap.
Which was still a decent crash, but that Esteban one was...
Esteban was fucking unreal. Yeah, it was like Lorenzo-esque.
Yeah, it was all like... it almost looked like a game, didn't it?
He was just floating through the air for years.
Yeah.
But David Almanza, he's fighting for the title, bro. He can't be crashing out of the lead.
They got airbags, though.
Yeah, you got to have airbags. Every single one of them's got airbags.
All right, world's famous shark helmets... Get down to your local dealer to try one and buy one, please.
Yeah. You know which dealer to go to.
Hot takes.
Shark Helmets Hot Takes are here. Thank you for everyone writing in. We have had fucking heaps, Tom.
Yeah.
At Zanio_B, waiting 3 weeks for the second round and then another 3 weeks for the fourth round is bullshit.
Yes, it's tough. I mean, we didn't see the issues that were going to be with Qatar and these sort of things.
Oh, Politics Republica? We're starting that?
Yeah, no, not yet. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. That's in Patreon. Thailand's an interesting one. It is a week earlier than it probably should be. But for me, there's testing. There's also the launch in Bangkok. It's all got to do with those events as well. So you have to have that to earlier in the year. And then obviously you got the double header. So we've got Coda this weekend. And then it's such a long break because of if it
wasn't for the war, no one would be talking about
it. No, it would be fine. So,
but it is a pain in the ass, and I understand what he's saying.
So it has been a 3-week break from
Thailand to Brazil.
Yep.
Then we're back to back with Coda, and then another 3-week break.
Yeah.
But then normally we'd have a break, and then obviously Qatar, and then we're just back into it.
Yep.
But it's just a bit of it's just hard to get the ball rolling, man.
Well, look at fucking World Superbikes. they've had Australia, then I think it's a 5-week break for the next round.
I know. They might as well just do one round a year.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And also ASBK is going to be Phillip Island for MotoGP this year, which is awesome.
You like that?
I wonder who they're kicking off. They have to kick someone off. Is it the Avalis? Possibly.
That OJC.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but it's good. It's good to see ASBK doing something. It's just, I don't know, man. They had the chance to fucking just secure it.
Yeah.
It's just hard. I don't want to go back down that rabbit hole.
No.
We'll talk about it again for another episode. At Aiden_Ferrigno 30, Bagnaia to finish outside of the top 10 in the championship this year. That could be likely. That really could be likely. He could be doing a Marco Melandri. 2007.
7. Yeah. I hope not for him, for his sake, because yeah, that's totally embarrassing. But you're right. You got 4 Aprilias and 6 Ducatis. So, and then you got Pedro Acosta in there. Do we see? We almost see Bagnaia being the worst of the Ducatis and almost the worst of the Aprilias.
It's out of him and Morbidelli as the worst Ducatis. I think Alex Marquez isn't going to be banging down the door like last year, but he's still getting like a 5th and 6th. He's still consistent.
You got 2 Honda guys that are fast.
Yeah, but Mir's fucking crashing, bro. He's doing my head in.
Yeah, well, just get off him, bro. Just jump off. Jump off the bandwagon.
Never. Someone's got to do it. Make Honda great again.
And I do think Vinales is going to come good. Okay? I do think he's going to come good.
A bandwagon.
I think he's got to come good, doesn't he?
He's got to. Bro, the montages. The man has to.
Please, far out. Just give us
We're embarrassed.
Something. Just give us something.
He will win a race over Vinales. So we'll just come out of nowhere.
Guitar, though. Guitar's gone off the calendar. That was his race. Fuck. Oh, unlucky.
Do you reckon he's got some like a picket like stop war now? It's like picketing in fucking Spain.
I don't know, we're blocked on Instagram, so we can't see.
We can't see anything. Look, I think he's probably going to finish 9th or 10th in the championship. It's a fucking great hot take, though. I really like that. At Luke Miller _6 OG, Mir needs to leave Honda, even if it means leaving MotoGP.
Him leaving or him getting kicked out? He's not leaving.
Well, yeah.
Under his own juice.
Nah, it's not.
We interviewed Marini. We do think we're getting the feeling that Marini's out and Mir will stay, but that's just our personal opinion.
Bro, Mir has to stop crashing, though. He's got to can't be double DNFing again. He just can't.
No, he can't be. No, he can't.
It's just they're not at that stage now where they can just get away with it.
No, they're not up the back, just low sliding for fun. It's he's up in 6th, 7th place when you got 10 fast fucking bikes. You know, and he's up there.
And they need the data. They need everything. Like they need to bring it home, bring points. Like, bro,
probably not the data from fucking that Brazilian track.
Nah, that's giving you nothing. It's giving you fucking.
It's like you might as well ride the bloody ranch at Rossi's bloody house.
Yeah, you get more data there.
Yeah.
At Leisure Priv with like 6 Vs. Chances of Martin actually staying with Aprilia and not going to Yamaha.
I don't know. I think it's done, to be honest. I think it's done. But yeah, dude, they're so happy. Like you saw Victoria, our beautiful media
press officer
at Aprilia. She was fucking, bro. She was like nearly in tears, hugging Martin when he was running towards her. So they obviously love him. It's a team environment, all that kind of stuff. But it's business at the end of the day, isn't it?
They might sign him on for like a year.
But then I don't know.
Going back to that Bagnaia Martin debate, I literally don't know. I can't make an answer on that question. No.
It's the only thing for me is if Bagnaia goes to VR46, that's going to be the only saving grace for him. So it'll be Bagnaia and Aldeguer VR46.
I'd love to see Acosta on Aprilia.
No, Acosta signed for Ducati.
I know.
That's definite, that one. We know it's definite, James. That's definite, okay?
Yeah. Nothing's definite anymore.
It's true. Not even if you have a contract, it's definite.
Yeah, exactly. At FemGP, Mir, before you die, please retire.
Yeah. There was no excuse on that race yesterday.
Yeah, a lot of people in your corner about that.
Well, there's just no excuse because he's got no pressure around him. He just needs to bring it home and he crashes. I mean, seriously.
At Joem1 _ this year will be the kind of championship one with 5 to 6 wins.
Yeah.
5 to 6. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to be dominating, as we said, like a 12-win weekend.
I don't know. But Bez, the way he's going, But again, Bez was nowhere throughout the weekend. Just came up on the Sunday, like the greats do. Like you touched on Rossi on a Sunday. How pivotal was that throughout his career?
Yeah, don't necessarily have to be the best qualifiers, that's for sure. At J9 White 99, Jorge Martin wins another championship and then has to leave the winning team again.
That crossed my mind when we were
it's such a Jorge Martin thing to do.
Bring the number 1 plate to Yamaha.
To Yamaha, and then it'll be fucked. Back on Prima back Yamaha as well, imagine.
He's not going back to Prima.
The Japanese, they love loyalty, bro. Fucking, they loyal to the ends. You know that. That's Pearl Harbor.
I think he maybe drunk text fucking big dog Campanotti one day and just said, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
I'm coming back, full stop. That was it. Like,
Sign-on bonus at Gold Chain.
Yeah, 1 a.m. in the morning after a couple of sangrias or something. But,
100%.
Who knows?
The junk text like your new thing because that's how we went to Thailand.
Yeah, correct. Correct.
His drunk text like 6 other things hasn't worked out like Thailand.
No. They couldn't work out any better.
At Jeremy Moran 7, cheeseburger on fraud watch.
Oh, it's hard on Cheesy. I think Cheesy is not a qualified fucking psychiatrist, so I don't know what he can do. You know? I don't know what he can do. But anyway, let's wait till Jerez before we make judgment. That's going to be the big thing.
That is true. At Jack Giles _ Holgado versus Alonso is going to be an absolute blockbuster this year. 2027 GP rookie fight also.
Yeah. Great call.
Holgado and Alonso, as we touched on, will be incredible.
One of those will begin MotoGP next year. I don't think both of them fit.
I think there's going to be a few fucking heads rolling in MotoGP.
I don't know. I just don't see both going.
Binder, gone. Rins, gone. Miller, gone.
No, who knows about that?
Morbidelli, World Superbikes.
But Bulliger has to come over, doesn't he? At some point.
No. I don't think Bulliger's coming over. I would rather a Holgado over a Bulliger. Just how it is.
Yeah, you actually probably changed my mind on that. There's a lot of fucking seats to fill.
Yeah.
I bet you, bro, we all know Morbidelli's just going to bloody get a bride somewhere, somehow. We know this. It's happened the last 4 years.
Rossi will make a fucking VR46 little team and World Superbikes just to plonk him in there.
La Familia, brother. La Familia.
Key _ Ahu. The grid is fast. We will see some new faces winning races. Acosta and Agura to win races, ? Yes.
Well, like you said before, Agura not being happy with the result, even in Thailand, is just crazy. So, yeah, I see. Dude, he qualifies up there. Just got to qualify well.
Yeah, 100%. Like you gotta be top 2 rows, don't you? And get a fucking legit start.
And they got to cash in now where they can. I think they got to cash in while Marquez is on one arm and Aprilia's dominating. I think they got to cash in soon in the next few races.
Yeah, you do. At Kingy, Bags can only win on a perfect bike and perfect conditions. He won't win another world championship.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't think he's winning another title unless he like gels with the Aprilia on his crazy 4-year deal. Apparently,
but we talk about who you'd pick between him and Martin. We see Martin now winning another championship.
I don't know if I see him winning a championship.
Who's closer to winning a championship?
Bez.
No.
Oh, between those two,
between Bagnaia and Martin.
Yeah, Martin, for sure.
I mean, they're both very unlikely, I know, scenarios, but I'd still say Martin.
Bags isn't just he's been Marquez'd.
Yeah.
He's been hypnotized.
Yeah, they're going to trademark. We'll have to trademark that.
Yeah,
You've been Marquez.
You've been Marquez.
Because you've been Rossied is the old, this is the new.
Yeah. Rossi was Marquez.
Yeah.
Now he's like a blithering, dribbling mess.
And who was Rossied? Sete Gibernau,
Max Biaggi.
Max Biaggi was Rossied.
Fucking hard.
Yeah, 100%. But Jorge Lorenzo was not.
Lorenzo was not, definitely. At Willie _ Nels. Liberty Media wanted a street race in Melbourne. They got a Melbourne street in Brazil.
He's good. On tour as well, he comes up with that shit. He's not at home. He's on tour. Tassie. Got on your Willie. Keep him up, mate.
At Marco Pecco. Didja is massively underrated by a lot of people.
Pecco?
At Marco Pecco.
Sorry.
Didja is massively underrated by a lot of people. A lot of names in that.
Sorry. Well, from our sources and from a lot of sources, he's had a crazy good preseason, fit as a fiddle, and he just didn't perform in Thailand. And he was obviously he's got it. He's got it there somewhere. So he's won races before. So
how did he go in Thailand? Sorry. Do you remember?
It was like 8th or 9th, I believe.
Yeah, he didn't fucking...
No. He didn't set the house on fire at all. But again, bro, they were hot conditions, first race, and then you got this fucking goat track that we were in last night. Like, just have a normal track.
When we were doing the preview show, I was talking about Didja, and you go, bro, he didn't even cross my mind at all. Just flies under the radar. Now, yes, is he underrated? No, I don't think he's underrated. I don't think he's shown me enough.
He's underrated.
He's just too up and down.
He's inconsistent.
Yeah.
That's his problem. I mean, he's not underrated. He's just inconsistent. We know he's got talent, you know.
Yeah, he still won races.
And when push comes to shove, those fucking last 3 rounds in 20, was it either 22 or 23, where he had to perform to get the seat, and he did it. Like, just crazy.
Absolute, just a Jake Stringer when he's out of contract.
Dude.
Just plays the best football of his life.
Talk about a line in the sand moment in your career. And you've gone from... He could be in super sport, bro, right now.
Bro, sliding doors moment.
Yeah.
Fucking got pole and Magello that year.
He could be like track manager at the ranch at this point in his career. But he's riding MotoGP, finishing on the podium, beating Marquez. I mean, just how your life can go in two-step... In motor racing is just crazy like that, isn't it?
It is crazy. At Jonathan Barang 2... he says Mick Doohan already became an underrated MotoGP legend. He should be in the GOAT conversation. Now, it was interesting that he wasn't at that Hall of Fame MotoGP dinner thing that we watched. And if you haven't watched that MotoGP dinner on YouTube, you should. It's fucking fantastic.
How they talk about Rossi, how he talks about Bezzecchi, how he talks about Pecco Bagnaia struggles.
Yeah.
Giancarlo Agostini.
Giancarlo Agostini.
Comes in and says his head's... You
he just straight away.
And when you finish this podcast on YouTube, folks, go on, just type in MotoGP dinner, and it'll be the first thing that comes up. It's a legendary dinner. It's really cool.
It's a very
20-minute video.
Yeah. Really good insights.
Yeah.
Agostini doesn't hold back on Pecco Bagnaia, but either does Rossi to a degree. They talk about Mark to a degree as
Lorenzo
well.
and Casey Stoner talking about how Casey Stoner left the sport because it wasn't because of this, it wasn't because of that, because he didn't like riding the bikes anymore.
Yeah,
great
electronics.
insight.
Yeah, great insight, wasn't it? It was funny, them two talking. It just kind of seemed like they were tension.
It was like
Lorenzo was like a bit arrogant to him.
Yeah,
I kind of respected it. But
it was funny.
Cleaned his plate.
What's the word I'm looking for? It's like your tension, or they were just trying to like one up each other's to a certain extent.
A little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit. He's calling you. At Gory Niche 443, Rins actually will stay at a factory team. That's a fucking hot take.
He was top
Yamaha.
Top Yamaha.
Bro, this doesn't make any sense. This year with Yamaha doesn't make any sense.
Well, Quartararo I think he just folded the white flag, didn't he? I
think he's had enough.
Halfway through the race. I mean, he had a great sprint. I mean, he
dropped like a fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. At Frosty.Heat, Marquez will blame it on his shoulder instead of accepting that he got beat. Fighting words.
He sort of already did blame his shoulder, didn't he?
To a degree.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people saying that, where's the excuses coming? Is it did he still get beaten fair and square?
Yes.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So for me, yeah, still a fair and square beat, but there's always little things. There's the tyres, there's the bike, there's this, there's that. So who knows? They were on the same tyre, though. So a medium rears, hard front, so. Can't
wait for Coda.
Yeah, exciting, eh?
I can't wait to see what Mark does.
Yeah, it's highly anticipated. Looking forward to it. 6 a.m. probably for Monday in Melbourne for us. So not a bad time slot.
We won't be having a preview show, but we will put out a...
Of course.
Yeah, I know, I just realised. Yeah. But we'll put out our top 5 predictions during the week anyway. Yep. We'll add our dark horses to that as well.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, well, thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. We'll see everyone...
See you next week
after America.
Yep.
See you guys.